Hi, my name is Rick Nunes. I'm Territory Manager for Montreal, Quebec. We're here at Proto Plus on Canal Street, and we're going to see Mr. Brian Atwood, who's the foreman of this plant. And we're going to talk to him about the bucket program and how we can save him some money and provide him with solutions that his guys can implement and be able to save time and money. Come with me.
How you doing, Rick?
Very good. Nice to see you. Looks like you're getting pretty busy out here now.
Well, we're rocking and rolling. We got a lot of work coming our way, and just keeps on getting busier by the day.
Great.
Lots of stuff going on.
When you guys get busy, we get busy. We sell a lot more abrasives. You use a lot more abrasives. Are you sure you're getting the full return on what you're buying on the different types of abrasives?
Well, I hope we are. That's the whole goal. Why? What do you have for me?
You buy a lot of different types of abrasives?
Well, we use a lot of soft grinding discs. We use a lot of cutting discs. We use some hard discs, not a lot. That's what we're using right now.
Great. We've got a program that's called the bucket program. And what we do is we drop in a bucket anywhere in your plant. We ask the guys to fill it with everything that you're using. And in the end, we'll come back in a short while, evaluate what's there, and be able to tell you if you're getting your full return on your purchases that you've made, on the abrasives, be able to make some recommendations, allow you and your guys to be able to save time and money, and we know that John's going to really appreciate that.
We always like to save money there, Rick. You know us.
Perfect. So listen, I'm going to leave you this bucket. I'm going to come back in 2 weeks if that's okay with you. We'll take a look at what's in it, and we'll be able to go from there.
Great stuff. Let's go for it.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, good morning, Brian.
Hey, how you doing, Rick?
Very good, thanks. Nice to see you again.
Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. I'm back to take a look at the bucket and see what we find in there.
Good. We got it right over here for you.
Perfect. Let's go take a look.
Here we go, Rick.
Perfect. Oh, look at that. There's quite a bit of abrasives in there already. It's only been 2 weeks. Gives you an indication of how much abrasives that you guys actually go through.
Well, we're going through a little bit.
We're going to take a look and see what we find in there. Bucket, and we've got just a couple of examples here already that I see that are the flap discs, and you've got everything from a cardboard backing to a plastic backing to our EnduroFlex with a 7/8 hole, which is great. However, what I do notice is a lot of it is some are being trimmed and some are not.
Okay.
Now, in instances of these kind of discs that are considerably less expensive, you're not getting what you're paying for out of these discs.
Why not?
The reason I say that is because one of these discs, once you've used it and winds up used and flat like that, it's good for the garbage. Now this one, I do see somebody's tried to trim it.
Yeah, we tried.
I wouldn't be recommended because it could create a dangerous situation on site for you and an accident could happen. So what we're here with this bucket is to be able to try and save you money, offering you different products and solutions, and one of which is the Walter EnduroFlex. And why it's going to save you money is every time you trim this, you can consider that you're going to be using one less flap disc. If you trim this 3 times, what you've paid for this that you've discarded at 1/3 of the price, you've now paid this one certainly more expensive, but it's lasted 3 times longer than these kind of discs.
Okay.
To give you an idea, when you're trimming them, you can get to pretty far on these flap discs to be able to get your fully, there's nothing you're going to squeeze out of that anymore. But when they're thick like this, excuse me, when they're thick like this and flush with this backing, you can always take a corner of a table, trim that back, expose another 1/4 of an inch and be able to get that softer and get into those corners and be able to use that to its fullest extent. Therefore, you're going to be buying less discs and you're going to be extremely happy camper.
Well, great stuff,
Rick. What we're going to do is going to put this bucket back. We're going to fill it up, have your guys throw everything else that they're using into it. I'll be back in another 2 weeks. We'll take a look again, and it'd be my pleasure to be able to show them how they're able to trim these EnduroFlex, get the most out of your discs and your abrasives, and have a lot of people a lot happier and using a more comfortable disc.
Well, great stuff, Rick. Thanks very much.
Very good.
Nice to see you again.
I know, time flies.
Whoa.
Listen, I picked up the bucket from over there. It's full. This is the way I like to see it. It means the guys are actually doing what we're asked them to. They're filling it up. I'm seeing a lot of stuff that we talked about. particularly the trimming of the EnduroFlex. People are trimming them, your guys are trimming them, but there's still a lot of work to be done on these.
Yeah.
There is money that is still in these discs that is left in this bucket, okay? So it's glad to see, but
well, give them back to me there, and I'll give them back to the guys, and we'll look into that.
And you know what? And I'll have them, and I'll be showing them how to trim those discs.
Well, that's maybe what we need.
Save you money, all right?
Thank you, buddy.
Perfect. Now, there is something else I did see here, and if I can find that thing.
Well, here, Rick, why don't we just empty this sucker out?
Here's where I wanted it. Okay. This is what I saw. I see you are using a couple of competitive cutting discs.
Right.
And when I see stuff like this, sometimes the wear is good. That's great, okay? But I guarantee you're going to get a lot more for your money, and the more cuts per disc for what you pay for with the zip cut. And especially with our Zip stainless, because you are doing a lot of stainless here.
Yeah, we do a lot of stainless, and for whatever reason, these ones seem to be breaking. Yeah. We have several different ones that just break off, and then they're a waste. If you can see this is a brand new disc of $4 value.
This is a brand new disc, a competitive disc, and this one I zeroed in on because this kind of pie piece that's missing out of it is particularly what I bring up that can be dangerous to your guys. This is a disc that now, if I was to estimate, if you're kept throwing these away and they're in this bucket, every disc, even if you're buying them for $3, you're gonna have a lot of them in there, and it's all gonna add up, okay? So instead of saving you money, you're actually spending money needlessly. Now, these discs, why I bring this to your attention is this in particular, okay, could be the cause of a serious accident on site because the disc is being let go. It's flying off. This piece is no longer on the disc, but it's actually went somewhere, and it could have actually injured somebody in the eye, and seriously at that. And so what you really tried to save, even though these probably were less expensive than our regular zip cuts, in the end, when they wound up in the bucket, you're no further ahead but you would have been with the zip cut. All right. Now, as far as safety, a lot of the guys now we're moving to is our zip combo.
Okay.
It's 5/64 thick. It allows you to grind and cut, particularly in steel and stainless. So you're doing two operations with the same disc. And the reason you can do that is because one, it's got a metal clad on it, a Type 27, and it is 5/64, so marginally thicker than your regular zip. However, anybody that's going to go and do a deburr operation and clean that up once they've cut it, if they use a cutting disc like that, you'd fray the edge of it and it would fly off. This is specifically made to allow you to cut and go back and grind and deburr, completely clean up what you've cut in complete safety, okay? Wow. So this is a guaranteed that there's not going to be any accidents on site using this.
Yeah, our guys have a bad habit of grinding after they've cut with them, that's for sure.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, this is the type of disc that you should be looking at, because at 10,000 RPMs, when somebody is putting side pressure on a disc like this, it very easily is going to get frayed and it's going to fly off. Now, think of the pressure you're applying that way. If I can just cut this like this, imagine if you were leaning into it on a grinder, 10,000, you may not get injured, but your guy that's going to be down there probably will, okay? This won't happen with this kind of disc because it's secure because of this Type 27 cladding on it.
Well, I appreciate that, Rick. Let me try this one out and let me get back to you.
Absolutely. Look, I'll be back in a while and I'll see what you think of this disc, and I appreciate your comments.
Perfect.
Excellent. Thanks.
So, Rick, I'd like to thank you for coming by the last couple months and helping us out here. We're saving tons of money with all the introductions of new products. We have that nice zip cup that we're being able to grind with, and now with the flex cut that you've offered us as well, and especially with a 2-in-1 grinding wheel, it's really helping us out a lot. And I'd appreciate if you could go over and help us out at our other plant just over here in Lachine, and maybe give them some advice on the products they're doing, because they're doing a lot of other stuff.
Definitely. I'm going to see Ivano over at Norman Street at Protoplis, and I'll definitely bring him the recommendations that we saw here, and I'm sure it should be mirrored over there, and we can only double your savings and provide you with excellent solutions with the Walter brand.
I appreciate it, buddy.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Okay, have a great day.